I want to humbly request that I have about 16 requests of senators who want to contribute to this motion. If we could confine ourselves to 3 minutes per person. How many minutes? What's the proposal? How many? 5. We have 3 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay, let's do 5 minutes. Let's do 5 minutes. So, Senator Ole Kina Ledama.
Madam Speaker, I rise to oppose this motion, and I oppose it purely on constitutional and legal standings. Madam Speaker, we all know that the Constitution is superior than any other piece of legislation. Madam Speaker, whether or not this motion gets the nod from this House, I want to go on record as having opposed this motion. Madam Speaker, I rise to oppose.
Allow him to finish.
No, not to finish. My mic was off.
Okay, proceed, Senator Ledama.
Madam Speaker, let me just request and beseech the chair that this House should only be guided by standing orders. Even limiting debate, it is expressly provided for in the standing orders that in the event that we want to limit the debate, we do so before any commencement of the debate. So, Madam Speaker, when we now, and the truth of the matter is it, standing number 1 only provide for matters that are not expressly provided for in the standing orders. So, Madam Speaker, I really want to beseech us that, let us respect our own rules. I am opposing this motion because of one thing. Number 1, standing orders are permanent rules and procedures of this House. We have looked at the Constitution, Madam Speaker. Constitution, Article number 153, Madam Speaker, is very clear on this matter. On the matter of inviting cabinet secretaries to come to Parliament, it is expressly provided for in this Constitution. And I will read, Madam Speaker. It says, 153(3), a cabinet secretary shall attend before a committee of the National Assembly or the Senate when required by the committee and answer any questions concerning a matter for which the cabinet secretary is responsible. A cabinet secretary, number 4, it says, shall act in accordance with this Constitution. I want to stop there, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, if this House want to amend the Constitution using its own standing orders, we will be judged by history as people who have been greedy, self-seeking, and not interested in fighting for the future of this country. Madam Speaker, I want to beseech my colleagues that let us not violate the Constitution. If the framers of the Constitution saw it fit not to allow any stranger to sit on this floor, who are we then, Madam Speaker, to be able to change the Constitution through the back door? If we so wish to change the Constitution, why not go in and have, what do you call that thing? A referendum. Why should we not go and call for a referendum? Madam Speaker, I want to beseech your chair. It is not about time, and let me tell you, I know very well that the majority side is gung-ho on this matter. They want to bring in whatever they want to bring here. We move without any questioning it, any comma, any full stop. Let me be on record saying that if you push this matter without considering what the Constitution says, we shall defend this Constitution. Even if this Parliament is now acting as an extension of the executive, we shall go to the other arm of government, and we shall challenge our own rules. This is going to be very unprecedented, and I request you, Madam Speaker, that, and I want to end by saying this, lest we forget that power is transient. We should never, when you are sitting there, think about the future generation. Think about the people who we come up with rules and regulation to be able to defend them. Whatever we are doing, may it be cantankerous, may it be for self-seeking, we should do so rethinking about the future generation. I oppose.
Senator Madago, is it there? Senator Cherargei Samson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Senator Madago.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to support this motion on the amendment of standing orders. Mr. Speaker, as provided for by the Constitution, the President did indicate that he wants to work with Parliament. The former President used to see Parliament as enemies, as adversaries, as a nuisance and irritant. And that is why he used to arrest a number of us before proceeding some of this, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, when you look under Article 153, a cabinet shall attend before a committee. But when you look at, the people should read this Constitution. Mr. Speaker, the pickpockets in our towns, Madam Speaker, sorry, the pickpockets in our towns, Madam Speaker, if you want to know a pickpocket, you see how they read a newspaper. They read it upside down. Mr. Speaker, you need to read this Constitution properly. The Constitution says, provide Parliament with full and regular reports concerning matters under their control. It says provide Parliament. So these people, including my brother Senator Adama, are like people who read the Gazette newspaper upside down. The Constitution is very clear. Article 153, Article 154 is very clear, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, sorry, Madam Speaker, Senator Ledama should be called out of order. You don't need to shout, can you key in? Madam Speaker.
Senator Ledama, the procedure for seeking point of order is well delineated under the rules.
I hope my time is
not pressed on your system. It's not showing here. Okay, proceed. I've seen it. It's now come.
Madam Speaker.
Let him raise the point of order. Resume. Take a minute.
Madam Speaker,
can we avoid, I do not want you to speak to one another, speak through the chair, please. Contribute through the chair.
Madam Speaker, is the distinguished senator from Nandi in order to state that a distinguished senator who represents the people of Narok reads the newspaper upside down? I have just read the Constitution, Madam Speaker. I have just read the Constitution, Madam Speaker. And we might be overzealous about our points that we want to be able to put across. I want to beseech you, Madam Speaker, to find him completely out of order for his cantankerous behavior in actually insulting me. Madam Speaker, you cannot. I have a lot of respect for Senator Cherargei. And Senator Cherargei, Madam Speaker, the Hansard will bear me witness. The Hansard will bear me witness. And I'm happy to produce that Hansard if has to. That he stood here once and opposed that provision of attempting to bring in Cabinet Secretary here, quoting the same article in the Constitution. So, Madam Speaker, I would like you to please, to rule.
Honorable Senators.
Is it Aaron Cheriot or is it Cheriot?
Retain your full honorable senators. Okay. Let him finish in half a minute now.
Let me tell you. Now you are cantankerous.
Senator Ledama, finish.
I don't deal with you. I don't deal with people.
Finish your point of order.
Madam Speaker, I want to finish my point of order by saying this. Whatever, and Madam Speaker, what is his point of order? Madam Speaker, you know, Madam Speaker, the majority leader...
Honorable members, allow Senator Ledama to finish his point of order. Allow Senator Ledama to finish his point of order.
Madam Speaker, it is really, really disturbing to see the majority leader completely acting like a heckler. It is really wrong. You are the majority leader. This house belongs to you. You should be leading with example. We have guests in this house who are listening, who are watching, and they are learning, and they are seeing the kind of behavior and the way you are behaving.
Senator Ledama,
if you allow me to finish, and if you protect me...
Senator Ledama, resume your seat now, Senator Ledama.
How do I resume my seat without me prosecuting my point of order, Madam Speaker?
I gave you a chance. You should use it properly. Senator Cherargei,
I hope my time
can you confirm what you meant by newspaper being read upside down? Can you clarify?
Madam Speaker, I hope my time has been frozen. You know, for us who did literature...
Senator Ledama, you are not the speaker for today. Can you resume? You are not the one giving the verdict in the House.
I hope, Madam Speaker,
Senator Cherargei, can you verify and confirm what you meant by newspaper being read upside down?
Madam Speaker, for us who went to the great schools of sons and of African gentlemen, the great school of Kapsabet boys, where it has produced two presidents, Daniel Moi and William Ruto, there is what we call in literature the use of euphemism, Madam Speaker.
Senator Cherargei, for the benefit of the members who cannot understand that heavy language, can you repeat yourself?
Madam Speaker, let me say in literature is what we call symbolic language. I just say reading newspapers like. I use it figuratively. I didn't mean Senator Ledama reads the newspaper upside down. Can I proceed to prosecute my
Proceed.
issues?
The explanation is acceptable. Proceed.
Yes. Madam Speaker, and therefore, Madam Speaker,
it is
under
literature.
Article 153 and Article 154, Madam Speaker, you know the minority side have a habit of walking out, so there is no problem. And I sympathize and empathize with minority side. If the leadership of the whips are people who are heckling, it is very unfortunate. Madam Speaker, the standing order number 34, Madam Speaker, it talks about 9:30 to 1 p.m. Madam Speaker. It is very unfortunate that a number of my colleagues who are chairs, Madam Speaker, when you pose a question, they have to go literally looking for a cabinet secretary. This is an opportunity to put the cabinet secretary on the dock and ask him about Nairobi Expressway. Let's have CS for transport to come here. Ask him about drought. The CS of East Africa community, Madam Speaker. Let us have cabinet secretaries appearing before us so that we can help them by, not by the balls, Madam Speaker, but Madam Speaker, so that we can help the cabinet secretaries by accountability. This house, Madam Speaker, is a house of representation, is a house of oversight, Madam Speaker, and therefore I don't know why other senators, especially on the minority side, have been going to public and demanding questions in demonstrations. We want to make it a structured engagement where we are having proper engagement with the cabinet secretaries, Madam Speaker. Therefore, standing order number 34 should be amended within 5 minutes. We should not even be wasting time. The President has given us a green light. We are not leaving. Madam Speaker, can you chase out the... Madam Speaker.
Honorable Senators, I will give each of you a chance to respond to whatever contribution Senator Cherargei is giving.
Madam Speaker.
So can you be patient for him to finish?
Madam Speaker.
Wind up, Senator.
Azimio One Kenya lands, I've said Monday and Thursday they are demonstrating. Let them go and demonstrate there. Not inside the house, Madam Speaker. Standing order number 34. Madam Speaker, you know I'm not the OCS that you chased him. Me, I'm beyond the OCS. You cannot chase me. Madam Speaker, standing order number 34. Madam Speaker, he ran away. Madam Speaker, can you protect me? In fact,
Honorable Senators,
how can somebody dare me who he left a T-shirt with the police? Me, I've never run away from the police. I have slept in a police cell for 6 days on the floor. So, Madam Speaker, can I finish, Madam Speaker? Because these are serious issues. The Mamboga and Wanjiku want to see CSS coming here. Madam Speaker, because of